everybody, Faith here with the Money Conversations with KJ and
KJ here. Good to see you guys.
hi everybody. So we're going to be doing our weekly roundup of answering our questions for question of the day. So let's start with Monday, which is my question. So Monday's question was, do you know your net worth and do you even know how to calculate it? So how to calculate your net worth is your assets minus your liabilities is your net worth. And it's important to know your net worth so that you know where you're at with your money and you know how much you're worth and everything.
Yeah, great thing, right? Think of knowing your net worth. Again, I like to use the analogy of a scoreboard for sports, right? When we watch sports, we watch the scoreboard. Are we winning or are we losing, right? And typically you want to know your net worth because you probably should have some sort of a plan you're working towards, whether it's retirement or whatever it is. And knowing that will tell you, am I on track to reach my goal or am I not on track? So great question. Awesome. So let's move along to question of the day on Tuesday. And question of the day was, how long have you been investing? Well, guys, I could share with you. The longer the better, obviously, right? But why? Why longer is better? Longer is better because of compounding, right? Once you understand the rule of 72, compound interest, compounding works for us over time, and your money will grow exponentially, right? And the sooner you start, it's like anything else, right? You don't see a lot of action happening compounding early in the first 10 years. But man, when your money starts to grow at a rate of over $100,000, and let's just say, for example, last year, the S&P 500 grew at 29%, and you had $100,000 in there, you compounded 29%, which is $29,000. You'd have made $29,000 last year by doing nothing, letting it do. Now you go, for this year, you start with 129,000, and if the S&P does another, say, 20%, wow, you just made yourself another roughly $38,000. In 2 years' time, over $50,000, right? So compounding is why we want to start our investing. The younger you are, the better off you'll be. Okay, let's move along. For Wednesday, Faith, what was question of the day on Wednesday?
Wednesday's question was, what's the difference between NASDAQ and the NYSE?
The New York Stock Exchange.
Yes, so I have my little notes here. So the NYSE is the New York Stock Exchange, and
the NASDAQ is an index, right?
Yes.
So it's like, let's try to find a good analogy. There's a building. Let's say you just choose any building. The building is the New York Stock Exchange. The NASDAQ is like an office inside the building. Mm-hmm. Okay? So it's an overall, it encompasses and holds all of the other indexes that are out there, right? It's just an exchange where you do business at. And then the actual index fund is like an individual. I want to invest in the S&P 500. That's an index, right? Or just the Dow Jones is an index, right? That's just like the S&P 500, it's 500 top 500 companies, right? So that's the difference there. Good to know. So when you're having conversations with people, they're like, hey, have you invested in an index fund? And you're like, what's that? Now you know. Great. Awesome. Let's go to the next question of the day, which is, should you go on vacation or buy an index fund? Buy an index fund. Let's just, for example, I put a little example here on my notes, that you had $2,500 and you're like, what do I do with $2,500? Should I go on vacation? Nice little vacation, probably 3-4 day vacation, right? Or put that money in an index fund, like we were talking about the S&P 500. So picture and imagine, you're like, you know what? I'd rather make my money make money than just have a little weekend memory, right? You can still make a memory at home. Now, if you put last year in 2021, if you had put $2,500 in the S&P 500 in January of last year, by the end of the year, you would have earned 25 or 29% on your money, which is $725. Your $2,500 would have made $725 in 12 months. Wow. That's compounding, guys, right? Boom. Now you have $3,250 growing for you for this year. So, me personally, index fund is what I recommend. We have our whole lives to make memories, but when you're growing money, then you can make bigger memories. Okay, Faith, what do we got? The next question?
The next question is Friday's question, which is, do you make your bed in the morning? Some people do, some people don't. Personally, I do sometimes. I don't every morning. I know that it's like a psychological thing that like when you make your bed in the morning, you're like more productive and like ready to start the day and everything. But just sometimes I just don't.
So what would you say 7 days out of the week? How many days do you think you make it?
Realistically, like one.
Okay. I don't know of anybody that does it 7 days, but I know we do ours at least 5 days a week. I shoot for 7, but I'm going to say 5 to 6, right? You're right, Faith. That's the first task of the day that typically people will do, right? You're getting up, you're getting ready to go to work or whatever, and you make the bed, right? And you just accomplish something. Because all day long, we're going to go out in the real world and we're going to try to accomplish just a bunch of little whatevers. And that's your first one. And oftentimes that sets the mind in the mode like, okay, I got one thing accomplished. Let's get back after the next thing. So if you guys aren't making your bed, you're probably finding yourself putting other things off. It's just a bad little habit. It's a very good habit to start, to make your bed. Be on the positive side, always creating good things. So awesome. Great question of the days for the week. I hope you guys all enjoyed them. Got a little something out of them. Anything inspirational you want to leave for the folks, Faith?
I don't know.
Well, it's February. It is Black History Month, which we obviously have every year. And let's just learn some more history this year, right? Let's just see what else you can do. And if you're out there and you have, which we all have, African American friends out there. I know I do. Lots of them. I play golf with a lot of guys. Great people. And I really enjoy their time. So guys, if you really enjoy these question of the days and this review of them, do me a favor. You're on YouTube here. Smash the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know. Because they do come out every Saturday. And we're really doing our best to stay consistent so you guys can depend on us, right? I want you to depend on us that you're going to come out on Saturdays at whatever, anytime after Saturday and say, hey, let's see what the answers were to those questions. So smash that like button, and we'll see you next week on Question of the Day.